You can tell it's autumn, can't you? The temperatures begin to drop. Trees are losing their leaves. H-E-B meal deals include a free turkey with every spiral cut ham. But one of the most telling signs that autumn is in the air is the fact that hundreds, if not thousands of churches all around the country are kicking off their annual stewardship commitment campaigns, many of them with this morning's text from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verses 38 through 44. It's the familiar story of the poor widow who gave her last 2 coins to the temple treasury. An example, we're told, of sacrificial giving, which is supposed to inspire us to put more money into the offering basket on Sundays, but usually only serves to make us feel guilty. Because let's face it, if you and I are down to our last 2 coins, they're sure not going into the church offering basket. The average person sitting in the pew on Sundays doesn't look forward to a sermon from the text about this poor widow who put in all that she had to live on, according to the gospel text. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't look forward to preaching from it. That is, until I was able to move past it as a model for giving to the church budget and was able to see it instead as a model for living generously. This woman's story has become a metaphor for me for generous living, a way of life which I believe that we're all called to. And generous living means different things to different people, so let me tell you what it means for me. First of all, generous living means discovering your passion. You and I are being pulled, enticed, encouraged, and manipulated every day through every form of media to give to some very worthy causes. There are charities for disaster reliefs, charities to fight poverty and hunger, charities to battle almost every disease that you could imagine, and then quite a few that you've never even heard of. Organizations vie for your time to help an infant, a teenager, an elderly person, people with physical disadvantages, people who are mentally challenged. We want to give to them all. We feel as if we should give to them all, but we simply don't have the money or time. And if we're really honest with ourselves, for many charities, we don't even have the desire. So the first thing that needs to happen if we're going to develop a generous life is to find out where our desires, our passions really lie. If we take the time to make the choice, then I believe we've made the first step toward generous living. The woman in this morning's text made a choice. You see, there were 13 collection boxes within the temple treasury, and she only had 2 coins. She had to make a choice. One collection box was for money that was used to pay for turtle doves who were offered as sin offerings. Another collection box was used to pay for money for incense. A third collection box was used to pay for wood that was used within the temple. This woman had to make a choice. Had there been a collection box for the salaries of scribes, I doubt if she would have made the choice to place her coin in that box. If she were going to give to a cause, it had to be a cause that really meant something to her, something that was near and dear to her heart, maybe a fund to support widows and orphans. If we're going to begin to live generously, we need to discover our areas of passion and then focus our energy, our prayers, our time, and our financial resources in those areas. When our church decided to start a pantry, we focused on a particular segment of the population that really meant something to us, the HIV community. I caught some flack about that from some people of our own members who thought that the pantry should be open to everyone. But I knew that if the pantry was going to succeed, it would have to focus on a particular passion. Generous living means discovering your passion.